Kick
I
the
hope
tires and
so,
start the
because
fires.
we
as they say.
did. Well, all right. I think everybody's unmuted and everybody's live.
All right.
I didn't
I'm
forget to
scared.
push any buttons. Twice did. You're there. You can let us know if we're actually coming through. But hey, if we are, tis time. This is our official session 1. The adventure will start tonight. We thought we were going to have to leave Carrie behind, but she pulled through. She powered through. She's here. She's ready. We're not going to accidentally leave her in the wagon. So
Sorry.
I don't think I have anything else to get out of the way. So really, you can just dive right into this if you're ready, Mustache. I think everything's set up and good to go.
Yeah, did we want to do any introductions or anything like that? Or
Well, you like character introductions or people introductions?
people introductions, I guess.
Okay, well, there's me. Everybody knows me. We have the Blind Bard as Lena, I believe, and GM Ben, who is not the GM tonight, just regular Ben, as
Regular Ben.
generic
Everin.
name number 2. What is your character's name?
Everin.
Evren. And then we have Carrie as
Corrigan.
Corey.
Corey.
Corrigan or Corey. And me as Splort. Nobody's had any problem remembering Splort's name. Just gonna throw that out there, you know. Splort.
It sounds like something. It sounds like something from Pinky and the Brain.
Mhm.
We're going to take
Well, you
over
know,
the
we got to make
world.
sure everybody remembers your name, so that way when I kill you later, everybody is sad.
Oh
Ah,
no.
And be like, no.
give me a good
Splort.
death.
It humanizes him. No.
All right. And of course, GM Mustache, the man behind all this, that is Open Legend D6. He will be running the game. And on that note, you may start running the game.
I thought you were.
No,
What?
no.
Was I supposed to come up with a scenario?
I'm running the stream.
Oh
Barely.
no. Oh no. All right. Rocks fall, you all die. Okay.
Ah!
Fun game.
Not Splort. I just flatten and then ooze out.
So yeah, one of the things that we had discussed in session 0 was that you guys are on a merchant caravan escort to start off with. And then there are some other things that may or may not be happening depending on what you do. So you all already know each other. Do we want to talk a little bit about how you all found each other, minus Splort? At least the 3 of you have a meeting before Splort.
I have met a couple of folks. One, my Cargan was going through the market one day, and she saw an animal in a cage, and it really upset her because the guy was selling her, and he was so mean. So she pulled out her hammer and bashed him, and then opened the cage, and it turned out the cage was housing a shapeshifter who could only fit inside the cage because he was currently in animal form. And so they became very quick friends, and took down like the slave market because she went into a berserker. Just went nuts. And Everin did too. So that was their meet cute, I think. And then she knows oh shoot, BB, what's your character name?
Lena.
That's right, Lena. And she knows Lena from the Faith. She met her at Temple.
And also, I know Everin because, well, you know me from Temple, but I was also like a prisoner in the market, and so you helped me get out.
Oh, I'm so glad. So that's our triple meet cute.
Yes.
Yeah.
As we were tearing down the market, we also ran into Lena, who needed rescuing and joined our small party.
And then on one of your first missions to like go out and earn some money, it's is where you guys ended up running into Splort.
We did.
So do you want to describe that for everyone there, Scrat? Or
I imagine they just woke up one morning at their camp, and he had crawled into a bucket, and there was just a wizard hat like on top of the bucket, and everybody was like, "What is that?" and lifted the hat, and there was Splort.
There was Splort.
There was Splort, and he just kind of hung around ever since.
We thought he was a bucket of ale that had turned. And
You're
we're
still
about to
not
throw
sure.
him
That
out.
might be the case.
Very
I
true.
mean, I almost drank you, but you smelled bad.
There's
Like
a
a
few
stray
theories
cat.
floating around. We'll figure out what the truth is by the end of this.
so so like I said, we've you've taken on a new mission where you are currently helping escort a caravan, and it so happens that you are also traveling, at least on this first part, you are transporting the merchant to a not a town or a village, but kind of a trading hub location initially. And to this first part, you happen to be traveling along with a priest that you know. I think we determined that most of you actually kind of already, at least two of you know this priest. But who would like to name the priest?
Dun, dun,
Go for it,
dun.
BB.
Put you on the spot.
Yeah. Well, one of the people that know the priest got to name him, right?
No, not necessarily.
Oh,
Whoever names him gets a legend point.
oh, Jim. That's Jim the priest.
Hey, no.
Father Dromas.
Ah,
There you go.
All right.
Father Legend point.
So everybody starts with 2 legend points. So Father, where's the right tool? There we go. All right.
So legend points are what again?
So legend points you can use in a couple of ways. You can use it before a roll to give yourself advantage and be able to keep an extra dice from the roll.
Okay.
You can use it after a roll to re-roll any dice. So that's including mine as the GM. So if I rolled an exploding D6 that got like...
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. So if I roll a 24 on one of my D6s because it explodes 5 times or something, you could use your legend point to make me re-roll that one single dice so that it could be lower.
Okay.
And you can, I might do devil's bargains with it to get you to, like, I'll allow this to happen if you spend a legend point type thing.
Okay.
And you can earn legend points. So when we're talking about your characters, you've got some flaws, and if that flaw complicates the situation or the story in a meaningful way, you earn a legend point for that.
So do they stack?
You can spend multiple, yes,
Okay.
if you want to, but you don't get to keep more than 1 extra dice from a roll.
Okay.
Okay, and I'm sorry, what did we decide was his name? Father what?
Dromas.
Dramas. Okay. Cool. So he happens to be, for this first part, he's going to the same crossroads meetup location, and then he's diverting off from there. But he is kind of part of the initial caravan with you guys. So the way that this works, I don't know if you want to bring up like your character sheet for the stream or not, Scrat, so people can see it.
Oh,
So I have, do I have 2 or 3 now?
You have 3 now.
Okay.
So everybody started with 2. And also, if if I'm feeling nice, I might give you some for good role playing, or anybody that insults Scrat, you might get an extra legend point for that. Not Flort, but Scrat specifically.
Nerd.
All right, I have my sheet up so they can see it.
Okay.
75.
Cool. So right now, default, you guys start at that fresh state, which determines how much resources you have in more stressful situations. So the way that this travel is going to work is you get to choose for your character how much effort you want to spend towards, or I shouldn't say effort, how much of your total energies you want to expend during the first part of the travel. The more you spend, the more likely you might be able to spot dangers, but it also means you'll be a little more tired if something does end up happening. So you could choose to not spend anything and just, rest in the back of the, and not be on the lookout at all. But so during this first part, I want you to kind of describe, what are you doing to help protect the caravan? How are you either on lookout, on guard duty? How are you contributing to the safety of the caravan?
Well, Glee wants to know if chat gets legend points in response to insulting Scrap for legend points. So.
So if they insult Scrap, that means that I get the legend point to spend on threats against you, right?
Oh, no.
No, Glee, be nice.
Anyway.
If they miss him, they hit us.
What are we doing to watch the wagon here?
So basically you've been hired as protection, right? In case there's bandits or wild animals that might come along. So usually it's a pretty easy job, but there has been, I won't tell you what there has or has not been. You can do some of your energy towards rumors or stories or knowledge if you want to.
Well, Splort's in his bucket just rotating like a turret watching.
Okay, so you're mostly on watch.
Cargan is sleeping in the wagon, but her snores are so loud they scare most monsters away.
Okay, so you're trying to intimidate, kind of. Okay.
I'll spend some effort and maybe I'm trying to think. I'm keeping a lookout, and also what do I know about this this path and what I'm doing here?
Okay,
I'm gonna spend 5 effort.
Okay, yeah. So go ahead and roll 5d6. Let me check your sheet if there's anything that. Now, are you going to fly around above, or are you just mainly checking to see what knowledge you have?
I'm going to. Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of fly with the caravan, kind of like in a circle, so that covering the front and the back.
Okay, so that will most likely end up affecting your stress level for the day, because it's going to be a lot of strenuous flying, but that's okay. So yeah, go ahead and roll. You're going to spend 5 from your reserves.
Yep.
And go ahead and roll with 2 advantage since you're flying.
Okay.
So you get to roll 7 d6 altogether.
Oh. Okay.
And you get to keep 2 because you're spending 5 effort.
Okay. So I only have 2 of these that talk. So let's see.
4.
Okay. And
4, 5.
okay.
Liking 4s so far.
Seems to be.
3, 2.
And then I'm gonna.
One
You've
more.
got one more you can roll.
Oh. Okay.
I'm writing them down too.
5.
And a 5. All right. So 3 4s, 2 5s, a 3, and a 2.
So
I'll
right now
keep-
that'd be a 10 total.
Yep. And you said I get to keep 2, so can I keep the 2 5s?
Right, yeah, you keep the 2 highest. Yeah.
Okay.
So the average difficulty of most things without any modifiers going on is 5, right?
Okay.
So usually you're aiming for 5. You got a 10 total, so that's kind of like an exceptional success in this case. So we'll get back to that. But so you're flying around. So now, Scrat, you're wanting to kind of use your perception. You're kind of looking around.
Yep.
Okay, how much are you actively doing this? Or are you just like not putting much effort into it?
I am actively doing it.
All right. How much do you want to spend on this first roll?
I don't know. A couple?
Couple, sure.
Couple? What would they get me at? I'm already confused. Let's see.
So right now you're at fresh, right?
Yeah.
So you've got 32 reserve.
Right.
So you've got lots that you could spend on this caravan route. But go ahead, roll 2. Let's see, what are your? I guess did you end up picking any perks or anything for your character?
I thought they were already there because I was just reusing the one from the con.
Okay,
Yeah.
because I didn't copy all that over, but that's fine. I can copy those over.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Minus the herb.
Yeah, so go ahead and
but-
roll. We'll let you roll a 3 because you're kind of focusing on it without moving.
All right. Here we go. I got 2, 2, and 4. Terrible.
Okay, so 4. All right. So you're kind of looking around with your eyes, but you might not know exactly what you're looking for. That's still close to a 5. Now, Carrie, for your character, you said you're kind of snoring, and
I am dead asleep snoring.
Okay.
But I'm a
Now,
light
are you
sleeper.
like putting like? Obviously, your character's sleeping, but do you, as the player, want to be putting in a lot of effort or just minimal?
I'm minimal. I'm holding on to my reserves and strength in case I need to smash things.
Okay. So probably the same thing. Roll about 2 of them. You're snoring. You've got.
No, I am snoring like.
Right.
Kind of snore.
Yeah, I'd say go ahead and roll
Three
3d6 on that too.
I'm so feminine and delicate. Ooh, double 6s.
Okay, so both of them explode, but you'll pick the
Wow.
highest explosion.
Okay. So what do I do now?
So roll them again, and add.
Roll both?
Yes, every dice explodes, and then you just get to keep the highest.
6 and a 1.
Okay, so you've got a 7 and a 12. So go ahead and roll 6 again. She is snoring up a storm here.
Yeah. Battle snore.
The birds just flee from the,
Yes.
3.
3. Okay, so that's 15. That's like 2 degrees of success higher. All right, and then what is Evren doing?
Everyone will be chatting up the crew of the caravan, seeing just generally how they feel, if they've heard rumors or have seen things in the past of anything that we should expect to worry about. Nothing too serious. I'm not like trying to, interrogate them by any means, but just kind of friendly chat, see if they're willing to talk about it and get some idea of what we might be facing here.
Okay.
I'm going to spend 3 effort on it.
Okay. Since you've got unassuming, I think that'll help them be a little more open to you. So we'll let you roll four total dice.
Sure. Let me roll one more. So 5 is the total.
Oh, okay, I see. All right, wow, you got a lot of 5s there.
I
All
did.
right, so everybody's useful except for Splort. Who's surprised there now? So this is what happens while you guys are kind of going around. You've got Lena's flying overhead, just kind of scoping things out, making sure the road ahead is clear. There aren't any surprises. And then of course there's a lot of snoring. So I think, Lena, what you do while you're flying, you spot a few wild animals, but you see them all end up fleeing away.
Okay.
There was a few wolves maybe that were looking like maybe interested in some of the lingering people walking, but the snoring kind of scared them away.
Napping is proactive.
And Everin, what you learn while talking to some of the people is that there have been a lot of talks about goblin sightings recently. And one of them even said that some of the goblins are using wolves. So overall, that's kind of what you're discovering. And I'll say, because of the snoring scaring the wolves away, Lena, while you're flying overhead, you see kind of where some of the wolves are going when you're getting closer to the crossroads. And you can see that they're going into some of the woods to the northeast.
Okay.
So you notice quite a bit of wolves doing that, thanks to Corey's intimidating snores. You do not have any other run-ins or encounters with anything. There was definitely a possibility, but it seems that you have alleviated that for the time being. Now,
Okay.
since the three of you didn't put too much effort into what you were doing, you're not going to be too tired because you've got the caravan, you're walking next to it. It's not too strenuous. The weather isn't too bad. For Lena, the reason you got a little bit more information was because you were willing to put in that more effort.
Mhm.
And that's why you saw where the wolves went to the northeast. But you are at risk of being a little more taxed as you guys reach the crossroads.
Okay.
So you guys are reaching the campsite. The priest is there with you, and the priest knows Lena and Corey, right?
Yes.
Okay. So did you want to have any conversations with the priest while you were going? You don't have to. I'm just...
No, we can. Corey rolls over and wakes up a little bit because the wagon hit a bump, and she just sort of rolls off the bench and lands on the floor and sits up she's fully awake because she's a weirdo. And she asked the priest if we're there yet.
So he's riding in his own covered wagon and stuff, but he's next.
Oh, okay,
right next
we're
to
not
you.
the same. Okay.
Yeah, because
Well, then she stands up and shouts
you've
to
got
him.
the merchant wagons, and you've got the priest wagons, right?
Okay.
So now, do you imagine that Father Drumas is an older priest or a younger priest?
He's older,
Okay.
kind of tall and thin with a little beard. Maybe he's a little stooped. And he has a cane.
And he's got
All right.
his expression, his facial expressions are generally, I'm so done with this most of the time. But every now and then he'll break into, delight at teaching when somebody learns something new. He'll give you the best smile in the world.
All right. So he's definitely riding on the other caravan instead of walking, since he has a cane. So he kind of looks over after he hears you thumping down and asking, "Are you there yet?" And he's, "Now, Corey, we're still on the roads here."
I'm going to jump across. I'm going to jump out of the wagon and run up to his wagon. Then I'm going to jump into his wagon.
Okay. Yeah, I'll say you're able to do that. I won't make you roll for that.
Thanks. So where are we going? What are we doing? Why do you guys have the caravan? I mean, I know there's traders and stuff, but it would be really important for, or helpful, I guess, to know. Where are we going? What are you doing? How come you're here? You're not a trader. You're not a
We're
merchant.
just tagging along for the first half. We're going to be going up to the temple.
Yeah, but why? Is there somebody that you know, or is somebody you don't know, or something you have to do? What's going on? This is how she bugged him, like their entire, just that
Right.
that person that just has to know all the things. And then we'll
All
probably
right, so you've got a presence attribute score of 1.
yeah. So annoying.
Let me have you just roll a single. Well, I'll let you roll 2d6s because you do have some history with him. See how much he's willing to tell you. He'll tell you something, but
A 4 and a 2.
okay. I mean, a 4 is not too bad. Let me grab my. Here we go. All right. Okay, so he let you know. It's like, well, Corey, we're just taking some supplies to the Star Temple.
So does that mean you have any food for stomach growls?
You're supposed to have your own food. Didn't we teach you to make sure you pack your bag?
Well, yeah, but it's like 2 wagons back. I mean, I'm right here, and your food is better than my food. Yours tastes better. I'll trade you.
What do you have to trade?
Nothing, just some really bland flatbread that isn't very good. It's okay. Never mind. I was just, I just thought I'd ask because when he makes that sound, she knows to back off a little bit. She's about to get a lecture if she pushes too hard.
Yeah, you also know that one of the nuns usually packs his food for him, so they usually make sure to do it well.
She got a cookie out of him once, so she's kind of excited. She asked this on a regular basis.
She'll so you back off, like you leave, or you just?
No, I just kind of never mind, and I sit down in his wagon next to him.
And how old is Corey right now?
Sometimes she sounds like she's really young, but she's not. She's probably in her 20s or something.
Okay. And did you decide that she was an elf?
Sure. Yes.
I mean, she doesn't have to be. Some of the pictures you were looking at one point, I know were.
Yeah,
so
they were elfy. Yes, she is an elf.
Okay. Yeah. So he as he often does, he sits in silence for a little bit with you next to him, but since you remain for a little bit, he reaches into one of his pouches and pulls out some peanut butter with some chocolate mixed in cookie and does let you take one of the cookies that one of the nuns prepared for him.
Thank you. I knew if I sat here long
make
enough,
sure you stay on top of protecting that merchant. I want to hear good things about you.
She throws up her best demeanor and says, "Okay," takes the cookie and runs back to her wagon.
No, I'm supposing that no one can hear me from way up in the air, my position. So
I mean, you could try and yell loudly down, but you could also swoop down.
Maybe I'll swoop down, just kind of check to make sure that everyone's okay. And I say, it's all good up here. How are you guys doing?
Everyone would just kind of give a thumbs up. Nothing really stands out in terms of anything bad happening that he's seen. So just kind of a lazy, yeah, things are fine. This is kind of a boring trip so far, so nothing really to report.
Good.
I break my cookie in half and toss half up to Lena.
I catch it. Thanks. I was feeling a bit peckish.
Then she looks forlornly at the quarter that's left in her hand and then at Everin, and she gives it to him.
Poor Splort.
Yeah. Poor Splort. He's just rotating in his bucket.
Yeah, Splort, you keep looking around, and then you keep hearing this crazy sound. Are there some lumbermen doing some like sawing of logs? You keep looking over, and then every time the strange noises are Corey snoring, and then you get distracted by the smell of a cookie, and then you see cookies being tossed in the air. So you're not really paying attention to much around you because you keep getting distracted. Are you doing anything else besides just staying in your bucket?
No, especially not if I'm not seeing anything. If I'm getting distracted, just Basically, you see the eyeballs in him rotating around. Going.
Just 360 continuous, no
Yep,
going back and
just
forth.
spinning. He's just a
Oh,
little
wow.
turret rotating around. Yeah.
I take a swoop past your bucket and I'm like, hey, can you like shapeshift out of there? Why are you always in that bucket?
It's comfy.
You're going to get fat if you don't move around.
Kind of gestures towards himself. I'm not fat.
You start hearing some of the other people in the caravan talking about, have you seen that fat blob? Harry's really fat.
The hat just kind of sinks down, and now it's like right on top of the bucket. Just doom.
I wonder if they're going to have to make a bigger bucket for him.
Wow. Just so you know, Glee's keeping insult track in the chat.
Well, better bump it up to 2 or 3 there.
So you guys are able to arrive in safety, it seems, to this crossroads. And so the crossroads is more than what's pictured here. This is just for Jen, it's just a simple road with a campfire on one side and on the other side. But on the outskirts of this, there's lots of places set up. So this is a place where, like, once a month, the merchants come to set up their wares for sale. So you've got the merchant that you brought, he's setting things up, and then there's several others. So you can get a lot of potential supplies here. This is usually kind of like a little bit like a farmer's market, but a little bit more variety than just food. So you'll get a lot of clothes, and a lot of supplies. There might be like a blacksmith that kind of sets up, obviously not a full forge or anything, but he might have a little bit of a magical heat thing to maybe fix and do some minor repairs on things like that is kind of what this crossroads is. So this is the once a month meetup, if you will. So it's usually kind of like over several days. And so you've reached here successfully. If you wanted to, Lena, if you wanted to spend, like 30 minutes resting to try and not be so taxed, catch your breath from all that flying you've been doing, really stretching your wings out, you can do that.
Yes, I would like to do that.
So since you were flying for the majority of it, you got the extra information. I'll say it's a 5 that you need to roll to not be taxed. Now, for some of you that you've set up bonds with, if you want to help each other out, you can potentially use that bond, that connection, to give her an advantage on that roll.
Sure. I give her the extra fluffy pillow that I was sleeping on.
Thank you.
So you get to roll 2. You get to roll 2 d6s because you're having a bond help you, and you want to get a 5.
Okay.
One.
Ooh, snake eyes.
Ooh.
So now, if you wanna spend a legend point, you can turn that into a success.
Yes, I do.
Okay. So I think we see Lena's about to lay down and kind of set the pillow, but there's like a gust of wind that like kind of blows the pillow, and she's about to lay her head down on a really hard rock.
I throw myself in the way.
And you see it just in time, and Corey kind of catches your head, Lena, before it hits the rock.
Oops. Hold on.
Thank you.
Let me.
I must be just so tired that I didn't see that.
No, not your fault. It was the wind. We can blame the wind because the wind can be a jerk. All right. So here's the pillow, and here's the rest, and I'll take watch now.
Oh, thank you.
So I give her the pillow and I smack myself in the face to wake myself up the rest of the way, and I start, patrolling.
And
I guess.
I lay my head down and I cover myself with my wings, and I just I snore something awful.
Okay, so we got two bad snorers in the group. It's good to know. Might affect things in future campouts. But yeah, so you're not taxed. You're back to fresh level. And you guys are all able to kind of relax a little bit, so you're able to fill up your reserves back up to the max at your fresh level. So your job was to escort the merchant caravan here. They're going to be here for the next several days. There are a few semi-permanent buildings here, or actually permanent buildings, because this is a regular meetup place. So there is actually a tavern that serves, even when there's not a meetup, it's kind of a place for travelers to stop and rest. So there is actually like a big tavern here, but the merchants and people that have more money have all the rooms, for sure. So it'd be more for you guys. You're going to be camping out either in tents or just out in the open sky. But while you're here, you could do some carousing. You could do some browsing.
Did you say something about a blacksmith being here?
Yeah. There's like a blacksmith that simple repair jobs or selling of things.
You think he has a fire poker by chance?
He definitely has a fire poker.
Poking some hot coals? Okay. All right. So little Splort is going to approach him. And I imagine Splort, instead of sliding when he walks, he just very rapidly
bounces.
Yep. It goes along. So he just goes over there and he requests to purchase his iron staff of fireball, which is just his fire poker. But Splort doesn't know that.
So I guess you're pointing at his fire poker that he's using.
Yep. And my logic here is the fire poker probably isn't very long. So, but it would be very staff size for Splort. So.
Okay.
It'd be long for him, short for the guy actually using it. So.
Right. Yeah, I mean, he roll
This will be good.
You've got Splort has pretty good presence, actually.
Nice.
So let's see. How will he respond to you, I guess is the question.
Probably
I guess
confused.
roll at least 1d6, but if you want to roll more, you can.
Yeah, by what? Spend an effort? I'll do that.
Yeah.
Because I imagine Splort has nothing but his clothes and whatever's floating around in his body, which is probably a few coins, but
right.
So he needs.
Does somebody else handle the finances for Splort, or
I got some coins floating in
do
me
that?
From the wizard. I walked over and took his belongings.
Well, yeah, you definitely have the stuff. I'm just curious if anybody is like decided to be your caretaker, if they just let you go off and do whatever.
I mean, if Splort wants help, I can definitely help him out.
Doesn't sound like you wanted help.
Corey still isn't sure what to do with Splort. Because one time she was walking through and she stepped in and it was all gooey and she was like, so she was weirded out. She said sorry, but it was still like kind of,
All right. Well, I'm going to roll 3.
Okay.
2 6s and a 2.
Oh, wow.
So those get
Nice.
re-rolled, right?
Yes.
All right. 4 and a 1.
Okay, so 10 total?
Yeah. Right?
All
2
right.
6s, and then one of them was a 4, one of them was a 1.
Yeah, so 4 and 6 is 10. So yeah, you the blacksmith was for a second considering perhaps taking advantage of the blob asking for a fire staff, but he decides to. It's like it can get hot, but you gotta apply heat to make it stay hot.
Well, of course. That's how magic works.
Yes, sure. He says that'll be 1 silver.
Do I have one?
Which where you guys are wealth wise, it's not gonna affect your wealth very much.
So just reach
For
in
just
and
a fire poker.
pull
Now,
out a silver coin.
If he had decided to take advantage of you, it could have. But you rolled quite well. So yeah, you now have a fireball staff, aka a poker.
Yeah, an iron poker.
Iron.
It's an iron fireball staff. Good sir.
Very clearly. So are you now like carrying it around with you as you're going to display it, or is it inside of you?
Well, it's a little hot, so it's not inside of me, so I'm kind of walking with it.
God, that would hurt if you burned your insides.
Yeah.
Right?
I
Hey,
would
put
imagine.
ointment on that.
Yeah, it'd probably cook you a little bit.
A little bit.
Get a little porridge.
Or
purple
maybe not.
porridge.
Maybe that's what happened to the wizard that I, air quotes, found.
So, Stuart,
afraid to
where
ask
did you come from?
I'm from the sewers of some city. It's those pesky 5e level 1 adventurers that keep dying down there and trying to kill us blobs.
Ah,
Are you sure they're not
Yeah.
the 1E?
The one.
1E wizards? Because they have like no HP.
Yeah. Well, the wizards are still pretty weak, aren't they, in regular 5e? Like,
Typically.
yeah.
they're very squishy.
Does anybody else wanting to do anything like sport?
Everyone's going to be out hunting.
Okay.
Both for some supplies for anyone who wants to partake, and just kind of scout out the area while he's hunting, just kind of get a lay of the land, just in case something happens. So he kind of has a familiarity with if there's any good spots where someone might be hiding to ambush or anything like that.
Okay. How much, since this is kind of like out of a stressful situation, how much do you want to put forth to this?
A fair amount. I think I'm going to go with 5 on this.
Okay.
This is something that is kind of important to him, just to make sure that there's plenty of food, plus kind of knowing where everything's at. So I'm kind of seeing this more as a perception kind of test.
Yeah, for
just
sure.
overall for finding animals and just kind of the lay of the land.
Now, the question is, are you as your main human persona, or are you shape-shifting, or?
He would definitely take on some animalistic traits, but still be humanoid. He may shimmy up a tree here or there, just kind of get a better view of things. But largely as a humanoid, just that's kind of what he's comfortable as in general for hunting like this. If any of you see him, he may appear to be a bit feral, but still vaguely humanoid.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll. So you're going to put 5 effort. I'd say since you're kind of getting some animalistic traits with your shape-shifting, that'll get you two advantage.
Sorry.
It's okay.
No worries.
Got to be a part of it, right?
So 5d6.
7d6.
Oh, 7. Sorry. A whole bunch of not very great. So I got a 5 total.
Wow. Well, you get to keep 2 because you spent.
So 10 total. Yes.
Yeah.
Still not great, but good enough.
Well, and again, since this is outside and you're spending a little bit more effort, this is risking pushing you down to tax, so you're getting a little bit higher result from your efforts. So in the initial kind of circling around the crossroads, you're not seeing a whole lot, but as you go a little bit further out, especially when you're starting to hunt, you start to notice wolf prints. And you kind of see those. There seem to be, since you did that and you got 10, there seems to be a higher congregation of them to the northeast. You definitely notice. And you are able to find some simple game. You find a lot of squirrels that you can skewer and cook those. A couple rabbits.
Let me add
and so
another tally.
Yeah, you got some good squirrel tails. You know, those are a luxury item right around these parts.
Oh man.
So you do find some small game as you're going around, but you do notice, like I said, it's definitely further out. So it seems like the wolves aren't wanting to come in. Go ahead. Let's see. What is your what's your highest mental stat? Do you have reason or memory very high?
No, both are 1. Willpower is my highest at 2.
I mean, one is still something. Go ahead and roll me a d6 just to see if you might know a little bit more. Oh wow!
Hey, rolled a 6 and a 4.
Nice. Yeah, that's
A total of 10.
pretty good. So you realize that these wolf's paws, some of the tracks they're making are kind of covering up some other tracks, which you recognize as goblin tracks. You can kind of tell that based on the weight distribution of how deep the paws are, it looks like there might be some wolf riders mixed in with this too. So that's what you're able to get while you're going out. So you do get some useful information there. But again, they're pretty far out. It doesn't seem like they're wanting to get too close because of the large amount of population. And the tavern itself has a small contingent of like guards to, you know, keep the area safe, because there's a lot of travelers that do come through here and then split off to go to other villages or towns from this location. And also when you pulled up here, the priest, Father Drumas, and his contingent stopped briefly, maybe just to like get a few more supplies and top off on water, but then headed off to the east. So they split off to go, as Corey knows, apparently they were heading towards the Star Temple.
Were we hired to stay with them, or
no? You were just for the merchant. It was one of those things like, traveling in numbers is better. So they were just kind of going along with it, but they have their own thing they're doing.
Cool. When I get back with the game and whatnot, I'll clean it, prep it, start cooking, assuming that there is a nice place to cook. If they allow me to use their facilities, if not, I'll just make a campfire outside and cook it myself. It'd
be more likely to cook it yourself out in your own little,
which I'm perfectly good with. If I see any of the other members of the group, I'll let them know that there definitely are some goblins and wolves about. We definitely should keep an eye out, especially at night. I would assume that would probably be when they would be most active. So we may want to station, some rotating patrols tonight, someone keeping watch at all times, that sort of thing, so that there's no incidents that we need to worry about. Chances are they probably won't attack, just too many people here, but it's good to keep an eye out just to make sure that nothing bad happens to any of these people here, or us, of course.
I'm going to add that that sounds like a great idea. When I was flying, I noticed the same thing. Wolves heading towards the east and some goblins, and I offer to take first watch.
Wait, east?
I think it said to the east.
That's where Father Drumas went.
Oh yeah, it's true. Well,
and you said, "Wow."
Well, hopefully he don't get eaten.
What?
Do not disturb. Image. Status bar item.
Sorry.
See that, but wouldn't it? Should we help him not get eaten?
Well, we got to finish our job here first. But after we do the handoff, we could go to the temple and check in on him.
That would kind of make me feel better because he's a nice guy and he really, he takes care of us and
He
all
does.
that stuff.
I'd be
Yeah,
sad
I
if he
don't
was
want
in.
him to- Yeah, me too. Okay. Dinner ready?
Food is relatively ready if anyone is up for some small game. Rabbits and squirrels mostly.
Definitely.
Excellent.
Uh-huh.
Just kind of hang out around the campfire chatting for a while. Obviously kind of keeping an eye out as we do, just in case. Everyone's not paranoid, but he's cautious. He always kind of has we need to keep an eye out just to be on the safe side kind of mentality going on. So just a heads up, as we're talking, you would all notice that everyone isn't fully devoted to the conversation in terms of his attention, that he periodically just kind of is watching out into the wilderness and whatnot. Occasionally will wander off a little bit, just kind of check out things before coming back. Does Splort eat?
I was going to ask that.
Food into the bucket? How does that work with Splort?
What was the question for Splort?
How does Splort eat, or does Splort
It
eat?
just puts
Do
it in
we
and
just
it
like, drop it
dissolves,
into the
man.
bucket?
Nah, he just like sleeps in the bucket and rests in. That's like his chair, your favorite lazy boy chair. So.
Well, yeah, but like if you put a few pieces of meat in there and you go to sleep and it just kind of dissolves into you.
Yeah, he just absorbs it, So he just throw a piece of meat into him and it slowly dissolves. Nom, 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 nom.
So, just to further elaborate on a few things. So your job was to escort the caravan here. There is the potential to also be paid to escort him back, but presently your only job was to escort him here and to watch him for the first 2 days. He was going to decide based on how well business was going and if he was going to go to the next city. So this crossroads is kind of it's a crossroads, obviously. It's about a day away from the city you came from. And then it's usually 1 or 2 days away from other places, depending on which of the other directions you go. So there's from the crossroads, there's 4 directions. So you could, if you wanted to, look for another job while you're here. You could just see about possibly escorting the merchant further or investigating into other things. So those are also possibilities at the moment, but it is, you arrived here. It is already kind of late at night because it took you most of the day to get here.
Is the
so
tavern
sun
still open?
I'm sorry?
Is the tavern still open?
Tavern is always open.
I'm going to go in there and check the board to see what other jobs are in the area.
Okay.
I'll go with.
All right.
Yeah, so
and
we're
then,
going to go in.
You were just keeping an eye out, is what you said, for Evron?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Just kind of making sure everything is good outside and letting them do their things inside or whatever they want to do.
So, and generally you would expect to be fairly safe at the crossroads because, again, there is like a little like guard tower that's right by the tavern. Doesn't mean that, you're not safe from the other patrons here, but there is a little bit more safety than if you were just camping on the side of the road. Just for your own awareness. Now, is Splort doing anything besides admiring his new fireball staff?
He does like it. He's very pleased with his purchase. But now he's just gonna consume what he's allowed to consume.
I go over to your bucket and I say, hey, you want a drink? We're going into the tavern, checking out, seeing if there's any work. I can bring you back something if you want.
More work? Don't have enough.
More work is more money.
Yeah.
More money.
You want to eat, right?
I do like food. All right, so he'll hop out of the bucket and start following along behind you. So.
Alrighty.
I'm picturing how Baby Yoda walks. That's
Grogu.
kind of
like
motion.
like a purple Gumby.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
I watched a video on Gumby the other day. It was interesting.
Mm.
Yeah, so you guys have not been adventuring too long with each other, and so you're kind of still getting your feet wet, as it were, getting the feel for things and starting to earn your money and trying to build up a name. Have you guys decided like a name for your adventuring group?
I don't believe so at all.
No.
I don't know.
Splort and the Defenders.
Let's say
No,
Sport and
that
Crew.
was
Splort's
totally
Court.
interesting.
The Splort.
Sport.
The Bash 'em Up Guild. I don't know.
If we were making YouTube shorts, we could be Splort Shorts.
That's awesome.
Splort's
All right,
Court,
so
says Glee.
Oh
The
no.
three of you go into the tavern. You're mainly wanting to get some drinks and to check if there's any job postings or what you can find there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Okay. So for Everin, let me just roll a d6 just to see if something happens while they are away and you are here.
Dun, 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 dun.
Just 1d6.
Just 1d6, yeah.
5.
A 5. Okay. So you guys go in. You're kind of going over to the tavern board, getting some drinks. Do you guys have some favorite drinks?
Mead. A lot of it.
Mead.
Meat is good, but I like fire water better.
Splort will kind of
I'll
look
let you
around
like-
to see what the majority is drinking in the tavern and pretend like he knows what he's doing.
Probably it's a pretty big split between ale and mead.
All right. Tell you what. I'm gonna roll a d6. And if it lands on a 1, my eyes are gonna land on somebody that ordered something expensive and very fiery to drink. I rolled a 6, so I'm safe.
Absinthe. That's gross.
You don't
Absinthe
get
without
the
sugar.
expensive elven fire wine. Just get some simple ale, or maybe some grog.
Grog.
So while they're in there, Everin, actually no, because this would happen later, so never mind. But nothing too big's happening for you as you're keeping an eye out. You're still
That's
wanting
not
to stay
worth it.
close.
What was that?
You're still wanting to stay fairly close. You're not.
Yeah, like I'm not venturing out too far, just kind of in the immediate vicinity, just to make sure that nothing looks suspicious. Like if I see, some weird movement on the edge of the woods, I might venture a little bit out just to make sure everything's good, but I'm not going a mile out or anything crazy like that.
Okay, well, basically this is kind of like the first night of, a lot of the merchants are still setting up. There hasn't been a lot posted. You see some of the typical things of like maybe the cook is looking for some small game or even some bigger game for more meat for the tavern. There's rumors of wolves, so if you get wolf tails as proof that you killed a wolf or something like that, so that they're not bothering the local game and the local crossroads. So there's like a couple simple jobs like that. Nothing major has been posted yet, though. But there's definitely, some livelihood going on in the tavern, lots of drinking. Some people considering if they want to try and sleep in the common room of the tavern or go outside and sleep under the stars. The
How
weather
big is
seems
the
nice right now. No rain. Probably a good thing for sport. But fairly easygoing night. Nothing major going on.
How big is the camp? Across?
The camp itself, it's pretty big. Because like I said, this is where this is the once a month meetup. So like default, it's mainly just the tavern, the watchtower, and the stables. But there's definitely been like spreading out, and you can see where there's been a lot of different camps set up. So people set up temporary tents, big tents and things like that. So a lot of that stuff's being set up. So
It's just go ahead.
So unless you were wanting to do something else specific in the tavern, we'll kind of jump forward to the night.
Yep.
And you guys it sounded like you wanted to do some sort of watch.
Yes. I'm taking first.
Okay, so Lena's doing first watch. Okay, who wants to do second watch?
I'll do it.
I'll do third watch.
Okay.
Splort, are you helping out with this, or
I
are you
guess
just
so. I'll get
the
fourth.
bucket?
Fourth watch.
Okay, so right before. All right.
Or do you sleep?
I would imagine. That's what the bucket's for. I just melt into it.
That's what the bucket's for. Great.
Do you ever look for fancier buckets, or
Nah.
do you have a preference for a wood bucket versus a metal bucket versus a clay bucket?
No. Hey, it was their bucket they had. I just, commandeered it.
Fancy
All right,
bucket.
so you can roll up to your perception in dice for your watch.
Okay.
If you would like to spend some extra effort, then you'll have to roll. Beyond that, then you'd have to roll to see if you don't, if you're not down a level in the morning.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out what my perception is. I think is it 2?
For Lena, let's see. Yours right here. Yeah, you got 2 perception.
So I'll roll 2 dice then?
2d6.
And then do I guess I would
Speak numbers. This profile has your device say the rolled numbers out.
stop. Okay. So yeah, I guess I'll put some
So
effort
basically,
in.
if you spend just your perception, then you'll be fresh in the morning. But
Yep.
if you want to spend more than that, you'll have
Right.
maybe a higher result if something bad happens. But you risk being taxed in the morning.
Yeah. You know what? I'll just spend my 2 perception.
Okay.
Four, 3.
7.
Okay. A 4 and a 3.
Yep.
Okay. So same thing for each of you. Go ahead and just roll, and we'll see.
I would like to put some effort in.
So
Okay.
Okay.
5 and a 5.
I've got 3 perception. So 2 and a 5. And another 2.
I have 1 perception, so it's not super. That's why I think I should put effort into it.
I mean, that's your
so
choice.
I'll put 2 points of effort.
Okay.
So how many do I roll?
So that'd be go ahead, since you're doing effort and it's outside, go ahead and do 5 altogether. But just keep the highest one in this case.
Okay.
All right, so we got a 4 from Lena, 5 from Everin, and you said, what did you get, Scrat? 4? Or was it 5?
Rewind the stream.
No, I think I got 7.
Well, you got a 4 and a 3. You didn't add them together though, so 4 was the highest.
I thought it was a 5
Oh, okay.
that I
So
got.
you only get to keep 1.
Right, unless you spend effort or a legend point.
Got it. So
Okay, I got
in the future, if I spend 2, would I get to keep both?
No, you need to spend at least 5.
Okay, got it.
And what did you get, Carrie?
I got 6, 2 5s, a 3, and a 2.
So reroll the 6.
Did you already explode the 6?
No. And I rolled a 6 again.
And then again, so you got a 12 right now.
Okay, I'm switching to a different die because that one kept rolling a 6.
I mean, that's fine. That's good.
2.
All right, so 14 total.
And mine was a 5.
Okay,
I rewound
so-
it. And look.
No,
I'm pretty sure it was a 5. I think. Scott.
5,
Yeah, it
5,
was.
5, 5, 2, 5, 2.
Yeah, but
we
it's just
don't
the
have
highest that
to do that.
matters. So
Right,
you
right.
got the 6, which exploded, and then you got a 2 on it. So it's a 14 total.
Okay.
Okay. So, so Lena, yeah, during your watch, it's the first watch. You see people starting to stumble out of the tavern, maybe a little bit drunk, but nothing too exciting. See, with a 5, Everin, you hear maybe some distant howls of wolves. And I think right between Everin and Corey's watch, like you've gone over and woken Corey up. How easy are you to wake up, Corey? And how dangerous are you to wake up?
I'm a very light sleeper, but I do if somebody else is waking me up, I do tend to flail and with punches. So I'm we've been together more than one night for as far as camping, right?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
So Everett probably knows my recommendation to use a stick that's at least 5 feet long.
Why I
To wake
range
me.
attacks.
Just throw a splort on her.
I have a fire poker.
No. Yeah. Yeah. But
So yeah, Evan, you're going over there and waking her up. Since you rolled so high on your roll, you're able to realize right away that who it is waking you up, and you guys are getting ready to switch. Maybe you're telling her about the wolf howls you've heard, and the fire starts to kind of flare up and spark, which is not normal, and it starts to take on a blue tint. And then in the middle of the campfire, you see Father Drumus, except almost like in Star Wars, where they're like the four.
that's what I was picturing. Yeah. That's what I was picturing.
So that's what the fire kind of flares up, and then it seems to be taking on the form of Father Drumus. What is your first reaction to that?
Startled.
I gasp and then I say, "What the heck, Father Drumus? Why are you in the fire?"
He kind of
Am I
looks
still
around,
dreaming?
says, "Corey, something's happened.
Oh no! What's happening?
We were our cart was attacked by goblins, and unfortunately, I'm using all of my energy to get this message to you. But I told you we were transporting supplies, but we were transporting something very important. We were transporting the Astral Storm Spear, and the goblins have taken it. I need help to retrieve it to get it to the Star Temple.
Are you still on the path to the Star Temple, or where are you?
His image is like starting to fade, and he looks like he's dropping down to a knee as he's trying to use his cane to stand up. Roll me something to maybe try and keep the connection going.
Okay, I'm gonna use my willpower. I have 2 willpower,
Okay.
and I'm gonna put extra effort into it. I'm gonna put 3 points of effort into it.
Okay.
So how much do I roll?
So if you want to go ahead and roll 5.
Okay. 1, a 6, a 5, a 3, and a 6.
You got 2 6s, so re-roll 2 dice.
A 5 and a 4.
Okay, so you got 10, 11. So yeah, you're able to like it looks like he's about to like wink out, but you like really focus on him. And how do you you also have that extraordinary abilities related to protection. So how do you strengthen this connection that he's trying to send out to you?
I focus on memories of the ways that he's helped us in the past and the things that he's taught. And and I focus on how much I care about him, and I want him to be safe. And so I sort of use my willpower and send my spidey sense through the connection to find out if he's in immediate danger of like dying. Like, do we gotta go straight to him, or do we have to go after the spear?
Sure. And Everin, you're still awake. This was right when you were about to go to, so you're awake for this.
Am I awake or am I sleeping now?
You're definitely sleeping because you were first watch. Now, if you guys want to try and be awake for this, if you feel like your character is a heavy sleeper, then you're probably not. If you think your character is more of a light sleeper, that they might wake up from all this noise and crackling of fire, at this point, you could probably be waking up. But for you, Corey, you focus on this, and the fire kind of flares up in intensity, and you can see him more clearly, and you can see that he is wounded. You can see that he's got like maybe some stab wounds or something. His clothing is cut, and you can see some of the blood from that. And he is down on one knee. And so your question was like if he was still on the road. He said, "We're still on the road. They've just fled, but I don't know if there's anyone still left." And he passes out.
He didn't say where they went or what he. Oh, okay,
he said
guys.
That they were still on the road. That
right.
That they had the goblins just fled, basically.
Right, but he didn't say what direction they fled in. So
no,
we should be able to track them, so that shouldn't be an issue.
Okay, so I start, clapping to get everybody up. I shout, kick the fire a little bit and say, "Okay, we gotta go."
Why are you making such a ruckus?
Because the priests were attacked. The goblins stole something really important, and Father Dumas is probably dying within the next 5 minutes. So we gotta go.
Oh no! All right.
Yeah, I wish I put points into teleport. I'm calling that a meta muddle. Yeah, no, we gotta go. We gotta go.
All right, so you guys are waking up. You're gathering now. You don't have horses yourselves. You could potentially get some here because there is a stable.
Mm-hmm.
So you could try and rent some horses, or you could just try and huff it on foot. So that's up to you.
We don't have time. We gotta go. So I run to the stable, and I wake everybody. I wake up the stable master, or whoever is, if they're not awake yet. And I say, "Okay, we need horses now. We need 3 horses."
Where are you traveling to?
We're going east. We gotta go. There's somebody in danger. We gotta help.
So basically, and you would know this, like usually if you rent a horse, it's usually you're going from one stable to another, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why he was asking where you were going to see about that, or you could spend more. So it's a question of, we're just going from one. Right.
I don't care as long as it's fast. Star Temple. Yeah. That's where we're headed.
All right. So you guys, we'll say that this will probably, now, of course, if you return the horses, you can get money back. Is the idea, but you got to put more down because you have uncertain.
As long as we get horses in the next 3 minutes.
Yeah, so he's gonna hook you guys up. I'll say you all go down to basically if you pull your stuff together, you go down to 2.1 wealth level.
Are we just putting sport in a saddlebag, or?
Sounds like it.
Do you ride horses?
I'm not very big, but I mean, technically I could, I guess, if I could sit in a saddle, but I'm saying it doesn't sound like I need a horse because I'm so small. You could just...
I wouldn't say so.
Yeah.
Now, there's the risk that you could spill out of your bucket.
Someone could carry him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I figured. So we put. That's what the hook was for.
Yeah. We just need three
horses and a hook.
Three horses and a hook. All right, so yeah,
Sorry, buddy,
you'll definitely be able to travel faster, especially since you're not carrying a thing. Now, what we do need to do for Everin is, because you spent some effort to go and do the hunting beforehand, I do need you to roll to see if you are currently taxed or fresh. So you were hunting, you rolled really well while you were out. It's probably just a 4 that you need to get.
Would it be fortitude that I'm rolling?
You're just rolling just a flat d6.
Oh, just 5d6, okay.
Yeah.
That'd be a 3.
All right, so you're a little taxed between all the cooking and the other things that you did preparing. So that means that your current max reserves are your taxed level. But all of you get on the road. You are rushing to try and get there. Now it is dark. We did say it was nice weather, so there's stars out. There's a little bit of light from the moon. Mm-hmm. But and you are following a road, so it's not too difficult of a thing to do. But let's see how well you were able to handle the animals and riding. So it would probably be like agility or might that you'd end up rolling here, which is up to how many dice you could roll default without straining yourself. If you think another attribute, like maybe presence, for how well you can communicate with the animal and direct it, that could make sense. For me, it's always if you can explain what attribute you're using.
I have presence 3, so could I be like a horse whisperer?
Well, you could, you could definitely try and use your presence, your general calm and demeanor, or or intimidation.
Try and do that
to communicate with it. So you can roll 3. Now you can always roll more than that, but then that risks putting you down stress level.
Okay, I'll just do 3.
All right, and so Splort doesn't need to roll because he is a passenger. But yeah, if you tell me how you are riding.
1, 6.
Hold on, I didn't roll yet.
I mean, a 6 is pretty good.
I know.
3, 5.
So
and one more.
And one more. Okay.
6.
No,
there we go.
That explodes.
And so I roll another one?
Yep. And add that to the 6.
3.
Okay, so 9. It's a pretty good roll. So yeah, you are definitely not having any difficulty directing your horse. What about Corey?
Corey is using her 3 in agility to try and get everything going as fast as she can.
So yeah, using your ability to direct and steer.
Yep, 4, 3, and 6. So 4.
All right, so we got 9 and 10. All right, what are you doing? Oh, no, that was a different roll. What are you doing here, Evan?
That's going to be agility. I'm just trying to keep up with everyone and make sure that the horse is not overtaxing itself. Like, I don't want to like injure the horse by any means. So we're trying to ride safely but swiftly.
Okay.
That's only a 3.
Or 3. But we've got a 10, a 9, and a 3. So overall, your guys' rolls are very high. So you're able to travel at a pretty good clip. And they'd already been traveling for 2 watches. But so they're a little bit further ahead. They were traveling through the night, apparently, is what it seemed. But you start to come upon where you can see a little bit of smoke in the night air, kind of going up towards the clouds. And as you get closer, you see where 2 of the wagons had pulled off to the side of the road, and it looks like they were sleeping for a little bit when this happened. So you see that the canvas tops have been torn. You see a few bodies that are littered across, and so you're coming quickly upon what you think is the caravan. It certainly looks like that.
Do we see anybody around?
You don't see anybody standing, but that's not too surprising given what Father Drumas was able to communicate to you.
Okay, I jump off the horse and start looking for him.
And I'll combine your previous. Well, I guess that was your riding roll to get there fast enough. It's not hard to. I mean, there's only so many people that were here, so you're able to find his body. He had been by the fire when he was trying to communicate with you, and so you see him there. Let's see.
Are there any signs of life, or are we way too late?
Because of how well you rolled, you are able to get there, and he seems to be shallowly breathing.
Okay. I'm gonna use my hugs and try and heal him.
So, yeah, you guys are able to. What are the rest of you doing while Corey is going to the father?
I'm going to check out the immediate vicinity, make sure that we're at least safe in the, this location, that there's no one nearby that may try to ambush or anything like that.
All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to enter into kind of a group skill check of sorts. Okay. And so you have two goals, it sounds like. One is to stabilize Father Drumas. And the other goal is to secure the safety of the camp.
And I'm going to be like hovering just so I can get an aerial view.
Okay, so you're going to help towards the security of the camp?
Yes.
All right. And Splort, are you doing anything?
Yeah, I see the distraughtness in Corey, so I am going to follow her. And maybe use the actual thing I have on my sheet here, where I can boost what they're trying to do. So when she's trying to...
Okay, so bolster.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So...
I'll throw goo on her.
So go ahead and you're going to roll, kind of like what we've been doing here, is you can put in more effort, right? You're going to be more taxed and more tired because of it, or at risk of being more tired. But you're more likely to succeed as well. So let me know how much, if you want to just do your attribute in dice, or if you want to put more effort into it.
I want to put more effort into it. I can't combine, can I? No.
Well, she's getting extra dice from me, right?
So since it's kind of a group skill check, what you're doing is you're rolling yourself and how well you roll. So you want more successes. So right now, for Father Drumas, he's in bad condition. So he's going to be a little bit harder to stabilize. So you need to get at least a 6 for success.
Okay.
Okay. So every 5 over that is an additional success that you need to tick. You need to tick a total of 5 successes.
Okay.
Okay. That's not in one roll, right? But that's over the time period here. So Scrat is helping you with that. So if he rolls at least a 6 on his bolster, that's a success that applies towards Father Drumas's bar, right?
Okay.
For the security, that one's not as hard. That one you need to be going for. Well, it is nighttime, so I'll say a 5 instead of a 4 is what Lena and Evron is doing. So you describe to me what you're doing to go towards that goal of securing the camp, or which you guys have already said what you're going to be doing for Father Drumas, and then roll. Decide how much effort you want to put into it.
I'm going to put in 5 effort for mine.
Okay.
I'm going to be putting 2 effort in, and it's going to be going into perception, since that's the main thing of just kind of checking out everything, making sure there's no signs of anything that I need to worry about.
I'm going to put in 5 as well to my fortitude, which is a 3. And I have restoration, refresh, and cheer for them. Which one do you think I should, like, does he have any banes on him?
Like you're thinking about using restoration and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
So do your first thing, which you were talking about, like sending in some of your protection into them. So just you're kind of, in essence, you'd be rolling your fortitude because that's what's connected to your protection.
Okay, so I'm gonna do cheer for them. It replenishes up to 3 reserve for a single target. So that's 5 points of effort, 3 of fortitude. How many dice do I roll?
So you're doing so do 5 with 1 advantage.
Okay.
So 6 dice altogether.
Okay. Freya, stop it. Sorry, kitty problems. Okay. All right. 2 6s, a 5, a 4, a 2, and a 1.
Okay. So 2 6s, so both 6s explode. So roll an additional dice for each.
1 and a 4.
Okay, so you've got a 7 and a 10, so 17, which is, oh gosh, now I gotta do math on. Okay. All right, so you got 1 6, and then every 5 over that, so 17, so that'd be 11, so that'd be 2. So you've already got 3 successes of the 5 that you need. That's pretty good. Scrat, you were bolstering, so
Yeah, so normally, if I remember right, that just made them roll, but I'm rolling, so am I just spending effort
well,
in
you
this
still
case?
roll to be successful on the bolster, right? So it's how much effort you want to put into it.
Okay. So I'll put a couple, I'll put 3 effort into that. What the heck? I got it.
Okay.
To spare. But I guess I would use presence, right? So
Correct. Well, yeah, but you're just rolling the d6s, so 3 d6s.
okay. Yep. All right. Where'd my dice roller go? Whee!
And you need at least a 6 for success, and then if you get 11, that'd be 2 successes.
I got 2 6s.
Oh wow.
So
Okay, well, explode both and see which one's higher.
well, I got a 4 and a 6.
Scrat cheating.
Nah,
You
I
trust
got them on the
Scrat.
screen. You can see them. So I got another 6 to explode.
Oh,
And
did you?
4. All right.
So
So
that's
I got 2 6s on the first roll, and then they were a 4 and a 6, and then another 4. So
all right. So yeah, you between the two of you in one round, you guys are able to stabilize Father Dermas. So you're able to stop the bleeding, contain his life force and his trauma, so that he doesn't have to end up marking that last thing that ends his life. Now securing the camp, we've got Evron and Lena. So what are you guys rolling here?
So I'm putting in 5 effort. So what do I roll?
5 dice.
5 dice. Okay.
Okay.
So
4, 3,
okay.
6, 5,
Nice.
2,
And then that 6 exploded.
Correct. So right now 6 and
4.
5 are what you're keeping.
2,
Okay. So I think. Yeah.
So that's 13 total.
Yep.
And you needed a 5. So that's 2 successes on that
Okay.
are marked.
I'm spending 2 effort on my perception to help check out everything, secure it.
Okay.
Oof. Only a 3.
So camp is not secured yet, as you guys are still looking around and making sure everything's okay. Now Father Dermas is stabilized, so he's not at risk of dying now, but he's still unconscious. You could either spend more effort to try and get him awake, or just let him rest and help with securing the camp, or anything else that you might want to do.
I think I want to roll again, and again with the fortitude, but not extra effort, to try and see if I can wake him up.
Okay.
So that would be 3.
So you're just going to do 3? Okay.
5 and 2 2s.
Okay. So with just the 5, I don't think that's quite enough to wake him up, but you're able to, his breathing does get a little calmer.
Good. Okay.
What are you wanting to do, Splart?
The Drumus looks fine. Sport's good there. How are Everin and Lena securing things?
We're still checking it out. It's not fully secure yet, but we're scouting it out.
We're getting there.
Yeah, so Lena's flying overhead and everyone's kind of like walking around. There's still the other bodies of people around too, besides Father, because there was, of course, some of his guards people and probably another priest was there.
I want to go check out the other bodies then.
Okay.
My refresh has a 25-foot radius.
Mm-hmm.
Was anybody still alive that would be within that radius to get the same rest?
Well, so you were single targeting for that. It's a little harder to multi-target.
Fair enough.
So perception, I would say, Scrat.
Perception. All right. And that's 3, right? Or are we doing...
So yeah, you can roll up to 3 without having to really stress yourself out.
Heck yeah. A 1, and a 3.
Yeah, there's some bodies. Some of them look like they might be tasty.
I'm just walking over them, getting a taste.
They don't seem to be responding or moving from your looking around.
Dang it.
All right, so Lena and Evan, what are you continuing to do? Something different.
So Everin will be using some of his shape-shifting to essentially improve his speed of running around so that hopefully he can cover more ground, just check out everything, that sort of thing.
Okay.
Is his current focus right now, using adapt to any situation to give a boon to himself that is bolster, to hopefully boost up his agility to move around more easily.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and roll, depending on how much effort you want to put into that right now.
Okay, I'll do 3 effort into it.
Okay.
So a total of 9. The 6 exploded.
Nice.
To boost up his agility to 3.
All right.
And I'm going to put in another 5 effort.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Hey, you said you never had
Doing all
anybody
out.
run out, so that was the goal of this.
Yeah. What can I do different?
Well, what was you were just using your perception last time?
I think so.
Okay. So you could with your extraordinary,
5.
which is tied. Well, I don't know if lightning. Oh, well, you could try and brighten the sky, right, with some of your lightning control.
Oh, yeah, to see if we see anything else. Okay, I can do that. So, 5 dice again?
So I'd say you'd have advantage 1 since you're using
2.
lightning, which is one of your like ingrained abilities.
Okay,
So you can roll
3.
6 altogether.
6. Okay. Why didn't that work?
3, 2.
Okay.
One, 2.
You're killing me here. Come on.
4, 5.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay, so 4 and 5 were your highest, so that's 9 altogether.
Yep.
Like in math. So that does get you the full secure of camp.
Good.
So, you're able to finish getting around. You see that there are no lingering goblins or wolves. It seems they have all fled. They got a lot of supplies from these caravans. They left some behind because it seemed they didn't want to stay for too long. There's definitely signs that probably Father Durmas used some of his priestly capabilities to maybe try and fend some of them off, and that might have been part of it. Because you can definitely see the scuffles. You can see there are a few now that you've had time to start to look around at the camp. There are like one wolf body, 2 or 3 goblin bodies around too, that fell in the conflict. So it wasn't just a complete overwhelming. There was some fight back, but there's only about 5 of them. And so you found all their bodies, and they're able to collect it. You, because you got the 9s on those last things for securing the camps, you can also see some of the footprints. You know the rough direction that the goblins have run off on. So let me, because you got Father Durmas so fast. Let me have one of you roll a d6 to see if one of the other people was still alive when you arrived. And if you get a 5 or higher, then they did.
5.
Okay.
No lie.
Alrighty. So there is one of the other guards. Looks like they got hit in the head really bad. And had gotten knocked out, so the goblins had left him alone thinking he was already dead. So you're able to gather up both Father Durmas and this guard. What are you wanting to do now?
Is the guard awake now, you said?
We should probably heal him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can be working on now that you've got more time. You can start to treat some of the wounds and some of the trauma. And get the guard awake. Father Durmas is definitely worse off than the guard. But like I said, you've stabilized him. He's just not waking up right away. I mean, you could try and force it, but...
No. He's been through enough tonight. I think we can ask the guard what's so special about the spear, and that goblins... Warg riders would come, and attack them for it. And what's so, what is so dire, and why do we need to get it to the temple?
Let me see something. Okay. So this is one of the guards that knows a little bit more about it. So yeah, he wakes up. He's definitely disoriented, maybe a little bit of a concussion going on. His helmet was pretty dented in, but I guess he was lucky. He had a slightly smaller head than normal, so there's more room for the helmet to dent. And after you get him some water, he's it's like, oh, Corey, Lena, yeah, the spear we were keeping it secret while we were escorting it. It's a potential powerful relic, but it's probably okay. The goblins wouldn't figure out how to activate it.
We can't.
What does it do?
We can't be sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
what does it do though?
I don't know all that it does, but it can summon storms, I think.
We got to get it back from them.
That's your territory, Lena.
It is.
It's called the Astral Storm Spear.
Okay.
But I don't know all the magic behind it. I just know, I mean, it has storm in the name.
Well, I mean, if they knew enough to steal it, they probably know enough. They probably know what it does, because they don't really attack the priest wagons very often nowadays, do they?
They're
I mean-
goblins. They can attack whatever they want. They're
Well,
greedy.
I mean, yeah, but they know that
I don't know
priests
if they
all over
know what they took. Maybe they did. It seemed like, but he's just kind of looking over at the wagons. You know, it does look like stuff was just grabbed at random, but at the same time, it's like so Father Dermus said the spear was taken.
Yeah. He said they took it and left, and then he, almost died, and now we're here. I think everybody else in your party died, but you two. I'm sorry.
Oh, it was. He points at one of the wagons. Says it was hidden underneath the wagon, though.
Then
Well,
someone
that's
knew
even-
it was there.
Yeah, that's even more evidence that they knew what they were looking for. That does not bode well.
No.
Okay, I'm gonna go loot some goblin bodies and see if we can find any communication or anything about
Okay.
all.
So you
any
want
of-
to search the bodies, see what you can find.
Good idea.
So I run off and do that.
Okay. I guess
And we'll use my
the
luck.
big question, because I think we'll go ahead and kind of start to wrap it up for today. But my big question is, are you, after you do this, are you wanting to stay the remainder of the night? There's still like 2 shifts. Well, except you rode all the way here. There's still like a little bit of another shift of night before like the sun's fully up. And you've got these 2 here. So I guess my overall question is, what are your plans after you search the bodies? Are you planning to stay here for a little bit? Or are you going to try and go out right away? Some of you are a little bit tired too from all that you've done.
How
Yeah,
far? Go ahead.
Sorry. I think I want to rest. But I also know that we can't really waste time, so.
Yeah.
How far is the Star Temple from here?
From here, it's probably about half a day.
Mm.
Because we may want to get them to the temple so that they are safe, just so they're not out wandering on their own. Or we could just give them a horse or 2 and we head off on foot.
I vote for get them to the temple. Because at least they're
Well-
there.
Yeah.
It'll make it harder to find the spear, but it will make sure that they are safe.
Do I disappoint my mentor or do I make sure he lives?
And
like
for anybody that spent over their attribute in dice, that means that you're at risk of going down a level or increasing your stress level so you have less reserves. So you'll need to roll for that if you spend at least 30 minutes resting. Otherwise, you automatically go down.
Mm.
So that's the other thing to consider, because you guys are you've been going for a while now.
The smart thing is to take them and make sure they're safe. We should probably do that. I don't know. Sport, do you have any? Does anybody have any additional information that can kind of help us make this choice? Because I'm emotionally invested.
Mm.
I don't know if I'm thinking clearly.
Or goblins can
It's
only
been a
run
day,
so
y'all.
far. Right?
What's that?
I said goblins can only run so far.
That's true.
I mean,
And we still got the horses.
Did
We
the
can hook 'em up
goblins
to the
have
wagon.
horses?
They have wolves.
Have wolves?
They have wolves.
Ooh.
Oh shoot, they have wolves.
They have
Oh,
wolves they're
still-
riding.
Yep, there's 1 wolf corpse and 3 goblin corpses.
And how far can a wolf go?
And just as an aside, I'm cutting off the wolf's tail. Just throwing that out there.
you could probably cook it and eat it.
Well, they're
Yeah, the wolf.
offering rewards for it, so
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but there's more meat on it than on a squirrel.
yeah. I mean, we can eat this. I just want to make sure I have the tail separate so that we can turn it in for a reward.
Good
Fair enough.
thinking. Well, maybe I can ride the horse and like kind of rest at the same time. Do we have rope? I can
I think so.
So do any of you have backgrounds that you feel would give you knowledge on wagons?
Not me.
Probably not me.
Definitely
So-
not sport.
I say we ride to the temple with them. We get them safe. We rest there. It'll put us a day or two behind the goblins, but we'll be able to rest up. We'll be able to make sure that they are safe and not have other things to worry about as we're chasing down the goblins.
All right, let's
I'm
do
good
that.
with that.
But I just got to say, as soon as we run into those goblins, I'm making goblin paste.
You and
She
me
has her
both.
hammer on her shoulder.
Splort,
That's
you
right,
good
me
with
and
the
Leon.
plan?
Do what?
Are you good with the plan?
Yeah.
Then into your bucket.
I say we start heading towards the temple then with the priests in tow.
So your options, I'll tell you right now. You've got 3 horses. They definitely had horses with their wagons. They're not there now.
Right.
It's
By the
possible.
way, how many horses each does the wagon take?
So usually 2. One could conceivably pull a wagon. Would probably be a little bit slower than 2. But yeah, you've got the 2 wagons. They seem to be in okay shape because, like I said, it seems like they had stopped and were setting up camp, right?
Mhm. Okay.
But the horses that were originally with them are gone, so you don't know if the goblins took them, if they ran off. You don't know what happened there. But you have 3 horses that you took, so you could potentially try and hook all 3 horses up to one wagon. 2 horses and 1 person riding aside. You could do that, or you could try and take both wagons with you.
I don't think we need both wagons. I'm not worried about material stuff for them.
Yeah, mostly just getting the folks back that need more healing, and maybe the bodies of their friends. So if we can load that, into the wagon, we can set up a 1 and 2 configuration on the front, and then that'll give us even more strength for pulling the wagon, and the horses will be that much less taxed when we get there.
Yeah. Would anyone mind if I rest in the wagon?
That's
Not at
perfectly
all.
fine.
You did all the flying, honey. You can do it.
So, are you going to leave the goblin bodies, or are you going to want to inspect them first?
Oh, I thought I was searching them first.
Right.
before
Well,
we
okay.
did
So
all
I just
that.
wanted to confirm that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So go ahead and roll your perception. If you want to spend more, you can.
If we're going to be resting, then I'll spend more. Let's go with 5.
Okay. So that way you get to keep 2 dice.
Okay. So I have a 1 in perception. So how many do I roll?
Well,
Do I
that
still roll?
doesn't. That only matters if you're only spending up to it. So you're going to go ahead and spend 5.
Okay. All right. A 6, a 4th, 2 3s, and a 1.
What are your 2 highest?
6 and 4.
Okay. So you're at 10 right now, and you get to roll another one.
5.
So 15. So pretty good. Yeah. So, and you're trying to see if you have any clues or any communication or anything like that are on these goblins.
What they know, why they're here, who's in charge, any marching orders, any rewards, anything.
It looks like most of these are grunts, but the one that's closest to the wolf looks like he might have actually been a wolf rider. And you find a torn scrap that looks a little bit like a map. But right now, in the light and in the stress of the situation, it's hard to read and tell what it is. But you do have that. So go ahead and mark that down, that you have a partial map from a wolf rider.
Okay. And does the wolf have a saddle or saddlebags or anything?
It looks like they ride them mostly bareback.
Okay.
So that's where we'll leave off. Is you guys have hooked up the horses, you've gotten the bodies on it, and you are currently heading to the Star Temple to drop them off. And so that's where we'll pick up in 2 weeks, because next week we're off
Yep.
Right. Yep. Blame Bird's gonna be gone, so no
Sorry, guys.
no stream next week. Everybody.
We'll see if you can make it safely to Star Temple or not.
Yeah.
Woo! We survived.
Corey's going to start referring to Lena as air support.
All right.
Yeah, you got a couple of you guys that are a little bit tired right now too.
That's true.
Sport just
So then
sleeps in a bucket.
The biggest question that you're going to have is, of course, one of you is resting in the back, but are you going to want to try and rest at the Star Temple before you head out?
I think that's going to be our best bet.
Yeah, but now he's going to roll high enough to kill us on the way there. Get your mug of players' tears ready.
We'll see.
Dave's trying to
Maybe the
recruit
ride will be too
people.
rough and you jostle Father Dermis's injuries and put him at risk.
Oh no. We can't have that.
No, with how quickly you rolled well on that, he's definitely stabilized.
Good.
Some of that sport magic.
Yep. All right.
Magic
Did you? Is there anything you needed to say? Did you guys have any questions?
As far as XP, how does that work?
What, you're already asking for XP
Level up!
after the
Level
first session?
Okay. I have 2 weeks to work on my character, so I don't know. I'm curious.
I will be giving out some XP just so that you guys can play around with that. And basically every XP you get 5 points, which you can either put towards attributes to increase your attribute score or towards feats.
Okay.
I don't know if I should be nice after just one session.
Come on. We'll give you cookies.
Everybody does get a legend point though.
Woo!
Yay.
So increase your legend points up.
That means I
So
still
speaking
have
of that,
3.
we didn't go over this at the start, which is my fault. I should have done that. But goals for your characters. So think about short-term and long-term goal for your character. And if you RP'd towards that in some way during the session, that could earn you a legend point.
Okay.
So actually, I'll say you guys successfully got the merchant caravan to the crossroads. So I'll say that you get another legend point for that. So you guys actually get 2 legend points total. Because your group goal was to successfully get the merchant there, which you did.
Okay. So I have 4 legend points now. Awesome.
My current short-term goal is to keep Father Dumas alive.
Sure.
Uh,
Yeah, I'd say
Okay.
so. It sounds like your group goal right now is to retrieve the spear.
Yeah.
And when I find the goblins that almost killed Drumas, they are mine.
You've got my
Okay.
hammer.
And of course, if you guys have any
My
questions in the next 2 weeks, feel free to send them to me, and we'll go over those. But anything that you want to announce, Scrat, or?
Other than no stream next week, but I just remembered right after we decided there was no stream next week, somebody invited me to something else that Saturday night. If you're watching, whoever that was, can you remind me of what it was? Because I didn't put it on my calendar and I can't remember. So
I think it was somewhere in chat.
Glee also says Moss and Stone play tests.
Moss and Stone play. Well, yeah, Dave was trying to recruit us for some play tests next weekend. Dang, that's gonna bother me though. Now I can't remember because it was like they were excited about it, and I was like, yeah, that's like the one Saturday I got. As what?
I don't remember if that was during one of your hangouts or if that was just in the general chat of your Discord. But I remember it too.
Well, it must have been a stream then. Maybe. Heck, I don't know. I'll figure it out. Was it even a TTRPG? Who knows? It might not have been. It might have been something else. But other than that, next week will be a normal week. I'll do my couple hangouts probably, talk about this, that, and the other. I am having a couple Moss and Stone play tests offline. We're just going to be getting together and doing that. If we're feeling bold and courageous, we might hang out in the stage room of the Discord server. That way some people can watch, but depends on what people are feeling that day. And then that'll give me something to talk about Thursday, I suppose. But Mustache is going to run one of those games. But that one's already full. Carrie, you never answered me if you wanted to join the Monday night one. So I sent you a DM.
This Monday? I'm sorry. With the stuff today,
I asked you like 2 days ago. That's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay, look. You run a funeral and then preach the next day. I want to hear that. All right.
Yeah, but you're a bot, so it can't be that hard.
That's true. I mean, it's not true. Yeah, Monday's good. Monday's fine.
I think it was Monday anyway. So anyway, other than that, normal stuff next week as far as YouTube channel stuff goes. And other than that, we'll be back not next Saturday, but the week
after.
So you guys don't hang up, but everybody say bye, YouTube.
Bye,
Bye, YouTube.